nice advices last time, so
be prepared to listen.
Yeah. It will be useful for the youth. You wake up, you don't sleep. Right now you wake up, right now you wake up. You can't sleep on your dream now. Right now you wake up, right now you wake up. You can't sleep on your dream now. Right now you wake up, right now you wake up. You can't sleep on your dream now. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. It's your girl Casey Love l'Amazon on La Voix de l'Amazon. You already know here on La Voix de l'Amazon we only have one motto, and it is peace, positivity, or nothing. I repeat myself, peace, positivity, or nothing. If it's your first time on my YouTube channel, please do not forget to subscribe. So today I am with, I will say, my friend now, Miss Susan. So today she's going to tell us a little bit of her story, because I am very interested about her story. I am personally very shocked as a young girl, and I wonder how she made it happen. So hi, Miss Susan.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good.
All right, so I prepare a little bit some questions to ask you about relationship, because I think that you have a lot that you can tell to young people. So I would like to ask you, how did you meet your partner?
I met him during winter break. I went down to visit my aunt and uncle who live in Virginia Beach, and I spent 10 days there. And in those 10 days, I met him. They had a restaurant, and he came into the restaurant, and we talked.
Okay. And after that you met him that day during this winter break? During the winter break. Okay. And when did you get married then? How long did you take first before you guys get married? How long did it take?
A year.
A year. So after a year, you've been dating him for a year. Okay.
And he had moved to Chicago, and he was going to graduate school. So the only way we met was on the phone once a week. And it was very expensive then to make long-distance calls. So we spoke to each other once a week on the telephone.
For 1 year? So you actually had what we call a distance relationship.
Right.
For 1 year. And you never cheated on him?
No.
And he never did too? Okay. So, and when you started dating him, did you know already that he was the one? Like, did you?
No.
Did you? No, you didn't know.
No, I didn't know.
What made the difference then? Like, what made it different? Why actually did you get married with him? Because we all know that distance relationships are not easy. So after 1 year that you've been dating him,
I said, let's get married on your spring break, which is really in the winter. And I didn't want to wait for the 2 years to be up, because it was too long to wait.
2 years because he was in an army.
No, he finished that. He was in grad school.
He was in grad school, and he was away. So he was supposed to stay there for like 2 years.
Right. He was in Chicago.
In Chicago.
And I was in New York. So I said, let's get married on your spring break. And he said, okay. And his family thought we should wait. And
but you didn't wait.
Didn't wait.
So the family actually of your husband thought that you should wait because he was still in grad school, but you after 1 year spending, he still had another year that he was supposed to stay there in Chicago, and you felt that no. Why did you feel that you wanted to get married and you didn't?
Because we didn't see each other. We were separated, and just hearing his voice once a week was not enough.
Yes, of course, it makes sense. For 1 year, that's a lot, definitely. So actually, when he came for vacations on spring break, so spring break, and you guys got married, how did the wedding go? Who finances for the wedding? Because he was still in grad school. So how did it go? Who actually made the wedding happen? His family?
My parents.
Oh, your parents.
Right. And it was a very small wedding. We just had 50 people. And it was in a restaurant in New York City, where we had a dinner after the wedding ceremony. And
after the wedding, did you go with him in Chicago?
yeah, we went on a honeymoon to Bermuda.
No. Okay, you went to the honeymoon to Bermuda.
Yeah.
Okay, how was it?
It wasn't as warm as I thought it would be. It was a nice place.
But how old were you? I think both of you were very young at that time when you got married.
Yeah, I was 22.
And he was 24. Okay, okay. So how did you, okay, you told me a little bit how did you handle the long distance relationship? Like how were you feeling even though you were faithful to your boyfriend at that time?
We wrote letters and we spoke once a week. It was difficult.
It was difficult, okay. All right, but you made it. You made it. So even though it was that difficult, then during that time, how did you finally accept that he is the one I want to marry? Because I believe that when in a distance relationship, it can be kind of hard, but you managed to not only that you stayed faithful after 1 year, but then you asked to get married. So how did you know? What made the difference?
His family were really expecting us to wait until he finished grad school, and that would be another year of separation. And I didn't want to do that.
Okay, so you just say that okay, it's time to get married. And he didn't argue about that. He was also okay,
even though okay.
The family was against.
His family,
yeah.
His mother
was against him getting married at that time. Okay, so were you not scared to get married that young?
No. Two of my good friends were already married.
And they were young like you?
Yeah.
So you were not scared to get married that long. And so how long, as we are talking right now, how long are you married now? How long are you guys together?
61 years.
61 years. So it's been 61 years you are with him. Oh my God, this is incredible. When you were getting married with him, were you expecting to stay that long with him?
Absolutely. I never thought or considered leaving him.
For no matter reason.
Yeah. And soon after we were married, about 6 months after we were married, we were assigned overseas, and I said, okay, we're assigned overseas, but it's not until a year. So let's have our first baby in the States. And he said, okay. And then I got pregnant. And the day after I got pregnant, I found out that we were leaving 6 months early because they couldn't find a language teacher for us, which was Bengali. So we had our first baby in Bangladesh. And he had a language teacher. And then I took some classes too.
To learn Bangladesh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you had the second baby where?
In India.
Okay, because you guys have 2 kids, one boy, one girl.
The one boy is Bangladeshi and the girl is
Indian. Okay, beautiful. And it was not that easy to travel all those countries with your husband during that time as a young mother too?
Yes, it wasn't hard.
It wasn't hard. So you were actually you experienced that well. The experience was okay. It was great. All right. So if I can ask you, what is the secret for a healthy? Okay, first of all, can you say that during this 61 years, can you say that you are having a healthy relationship with your husband?
We always had a healthy relationship.
Okay.
And we made a promise to each other early on that we would never go to bed angry.
Okay. So you made a promise with your husband that you will never go to bed angry. So till today, after 61 years, you guys never went to bed angry at each other, no matter how the day goes.
Right.
When it's time to sleep, you are in you are sleeping in peace.
In peace.
Okay. So if I can ask you, what is the secret then for the healthy relationship to last 61 years?
Well, that's number one. Never go to bed angry.
Never go to bed angry.
And learn to listen.
Learn to listen.
Really listen.
Okay. Listen to who? Your husband or listen to your wife?
Well, if I'm listening to my husband and he's listening to his wife.
Mm-hmm. So listen to each other. Very important to listen to each other. And the first one, never go to bed angry. Okay, you must fix the issue before going to bed.
Right.
That's great. That is great. So I have maybe a last one question for you, or maybe another more. So that's the advice. Okay, let's say that's the advice. And for young people like us, because let's say that what you said, it's in general, but for young people, what do you think that young people, because you were in a relationship when you were very young, what can we do as young people to also succeed in our relationship? What is the advice you would tell us, especially the youth, because we don't do 61 years, you don't get into the relationship at 61 years, and you do 61 years. So you start very young, at a very young age, knowing how the young people, how we are, how we know that, especially long distance relationship, we are not very good at that and all that. What can we do?
Well, I'm not sure this is correct, but I feel that we didn't live near our parents and we didn't live near his parents. So they couldn't advise us because we were too far away.
Mm-hmm.
And we made up our own minds and our own decisions by ourselves.
So normally, are you telling us that we should be able to make our own decision when it comes to our relationship and not let our parent take over the direct us? Hi, so you were saying that we should, just because, yeah, what helps you guys when you were younger to get married and succeed in that relationship, it's because you didn't let your parents, neither him, let his parents take decision over your relationship. You, as two young adults, you've been able to take your own decision and be responsible of it.
That's right.
Okay.
Let me tell you something else that happened. His mother made a party for me, and also my mother was coming with me to his hometown of Cincinnati. So everybody was going to meet me and my mother. And I had a black organdy dress. It was really pretty. So my mother-in-law said, "She's wearing black. She's wearing black to her engagement party." And I said, "Black is the most elegant color." She said, "Not here.
Oh,
it means a funeral, a death." So I went out to some of the big stores there with Sig, and I said, "Help me find another dress." So I tried on some pastel colors, and it didn't look right.
You didn't like them?
No, and I said, "I'm wearing my black dress." I came up when I wore my black dress. No one said anything.
Even though the family, your family-in-law, your mother-in-law didn't want you to wear this black dress at your engagement party because she was thinking that it looks like a funeral.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you went with your husband. You tried to do what she wanted. I mean, make her happy. But then finally, you didn't find the right dress. So you didn't like it. And you told your husband that you want to wear that black dress. And he said, let's say, we don't care about what my mom is saying. Wear this black dress because you are pretty into it. Right.
That's right.
Okay. That's a definitely good example to say that you listen to yourself and your husband. You listen to each other and not let your family interfere in between. Because if I can say something a little bit about that, you would have probably wear another color that you don't like. You would have not be happy at your own engagement party, and you would have probably make your husband sad because he would have seen you not happy just because you wanted to respect what your mother-in-law told you, even though you don't like it. At the end of the day, you did what you wanted, your husband supported you, and everybody was happy.
That's right.
All right, Miss Susan. Thank you so much for those nice answers that you gave. I definitely believe that it is going to help a lot of us here, because it is not every day that you meet people who've been together during their 20s, and from their 20s to their age now after 61 years of marriage, to say that I always have a healthy relationship, because you are saying that you always, for the 61 years, been a healthy relationship from the beginning to the end. That's perfect. That's wonderful. Oh, well then, thank you, Miss Susan. But how many grandchildren you have today?
Only 3.
Only 3. Okay, because you only had 2 kids. What is that choice? Why did you only have 2 kids during 61 years of marriage? Is that a common, how will I say, was it a shared idea with your husband, or you guys decided to have 2 kids, or just that's life?
We just decided to have 2 kids. You know, if you look at most houses, they have 3 bedrooms. They don't have 4. And car seats, you fit 2 in the back. You can't fit 3.
Okay, that's a very good example. So you guys actually chose, you wanted to have 2 kids, and you had them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
My mother-in-law wanted us to have 4 kids.
Oh, but you decide anyway.
Yeah.
All right,
she's not raising them. We're raising them.
Good answer. Perfect. That's a nice closure. Then, well, thank you, Miss Susan, for being on my channel. And today is the last day that I'm working with you, but I believe that we are going to meet again, and we are going to make some nice spinach quiche that we love to make together. It was a pleasure to work with you. And I really had a good time, and
I'll really miss you.
I will miss you too. I really miss you, but I believe that we are going to meet again, because we have to come and feed the squirrel at the dog pound, and when the dogs are coming back. So, and I will hope, I will try to come and visit you sometimes. Would you like it?
Yes.
That would be great. Thank you so much for being on my channel. Let's say bye to them. And
bye. You shut the sound off before.
Yes, I will. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. Please listen to her. Wait, don't leave. Thank you for watching the video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and also hit the bell notification to not miss none of my future videos. You are so great. Jesus loves you. Mwah!